Alright, let's look at exercise 1D, question 5. So what you have here is a sequence that is defined recursively, which means that the next element is depending on the previous one. You have your starting value of y1 equals 5, and here is the rule. You need to find y2, y3, and eventually calculate y10, and then you need to plot a graph of those 10 terms. So to use a CAS calculator, the best way to do that is to start with a spreadsheet. So you go to, on the CAS calculator, you have a list and a spreadsheet. Your first column is going to be your counter or your n value. So it will start at 1. The second column will represent your sequence rule. Now the first one is going to be special. That's your starting value, which is 5. Before I continue with by writing the rule, let's rename that. So column A will be n, and this one we call it let's say y of n plus 1, for example. It doesn't really matter, it's up to you. So with the rule, the first column n, it's a counter, so it increments by 1. So the next cell, which is A2, we write a formula that would be dependent on the previous value, and we just add 1. So to create a formula, we press equal, we specify the cell that is above, which is A1 plus 1, and it will add 1 to the previous value. The advantage when you write a formula here, when I copy paste to the next cells, it will update the formula accordingly, so you won't have to do it manually. Next one with the rule, your y of n plus 1, which is the value here, is dependent on the previous one, which is 2 times y1 plus 1, so it's going to be equal to 2 times b1, so you write b1 plus 6, so that's going to be your y2, and that's your n value. Then you need to do a fill down. There's different ways. You can highlight that and select the bottom right corner and click and hold, or probably easier on my end because I have a mouse. On your CAS device, you can use menu, data, do a fill, and it will just give you a dash outline area. We're going all the way down to 10. Okay, and now what we can read is the y1, we have the y2, y3, and we go all the way to, for 10, y10. Those are the values of the sequence. Then what we need to do to graph that is we have a set of data in 2 columns. It's the same as we do in further maths. You just create in the same document a scatter plot. So you're going to have to use the display, which is this one. You specify the variables. So the bottom one, you will click n, and here n plus 1, and you can see the pattern, which could be an exponential or a polynomial. Okay, and that's it for this question 5. See you later.